It's that time of year again. Jack Frost is nipping at your nose. There are stockings laying around everywhere. And when you look around, you see a bearded old fat man. That's right, your family's come to visit. That's just something you have to deal with this time of year. Believe it or not, we at Advantage Technology are uniquely qualified to offer some sanity-saving tips for you this holiday season. You see, IT techs get to deal with a vast array of people from different walks of life and industries, and we typically deal with them when they're stressed. After all, how many times do people call the help desk just to say hi? Plus, as you may already know, IT techs tend to be extreme personalities that can sometimes get obsessed over what others might consider to be trivial things. I once got between two programmers that were arguing whether JavaScript or C# was better, and it landed me in the hospital for 3 days. So I know exactly what you're going through when you sit down to eat Christmas dinner and have to tell Uncle Roy that he can't wear his MAGA hat at the table. You can use a basic cybersecurity technique to keep peace at the dinner table. We all know that your cousin Maria and Uncle Roy are going to get into an argument when he says, "Remember the reason for the season?" And she replies, "The reason was for the pagans to celebrate the winter solstice." This is where you can use a firewall. A firewall blocks bad things on the internet from getting into your local network. All you have to do is put a firewall between Maria and Uncle Roy. I recommend a cute kid. You might get a few hateful glances here and there, but at least they're not going to yell at each other through a cute kid. When it comes to managing network traffic, we always put computers that require the most data closest to the servers. That's why we recommend that you set your fattest family members closest to the kitchen. We save our customers time and money with cloud computing. That's the use of third-party data centers to meet computational and data storage needs. You can do the same thing in principle by having your holiday meals catered. Think of it as cloud cooking. Rather than stringing up lights, just place a few Ethernet switches in the tree. Those lights will twinkle day and night. And you don't need to feel left out if you celebrate Hanukkah. Just use an 8-port switch and plug in a new cable each night. Another fun thing that you can do with lights is synchronize them to music. For just the price of a few strings of LED lights and a microcontroller, you too can drive your neighbors insane. I mean, how many times can you hear White Christmas before you begin to see red? A Silent Night starts to sound pretty good, and Oh Christmas Tree begins to sound more like Oh Murder Me. Who knew that stringing up lights could lead to such a dark place? It really shouldn't be that surprising that there's a dark side to the season though. After all, Christmas started off as a holiday to celebrate the darkest night of the year. You have a big bright star and the Yule fire to fight the darkness. Even Hanukkah is known as the Festival of Lights. So there's something about that darkness that our ancestors had to contend with and overcome. Maybe it's in there somewhere that's the real meaning for the holidays. No matter how dark times are, even when Uncle Roy is arguing with Cousin Maria, there's always a way to find a little light for everyone to gather around. Be that light this holiday season. From our family to yours, happy holidays.